The only good thing about Canada, as far as I can tell, other than Harley here, and maple syrup, and your assistance during Operation Desert Storm. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. I didn't know. Did you know how many Canadians were there just getting friendly fired in Operation Desert Storm?
No,
we friendly fired.
There's a lot of them. They like most of the casualties and damage that we sustained were either friendly fire or accidents. We lost several Abrams. I read today because there was a fire, and like the soldiers got poisoned because when an Abrams burns, guess what its armor's made out of, Taylor? Because hang on,
snake.
You wish it.
I don't know.
Oh, you wish. You wish.
Is it made out of cyanide?
Worse.
Cyanide. I have an idea.
Uranium.
Our brand new fentanyl tank.
Parts of the Abrams because we needed a tank. Our tank's fucking armor is made out of depleted uranium because it's so dense.
Not depleted enough.
Well, when it burns or when it breaks, it poisons. The Gulf War syndrome. Nobody knows exactly what it's because they talk about the burn pits, but there's like 8 other things that happened there. We airstruck the chemical plants. So sarin nerve gas was leaked out, as well as mustard gas. Over 95,000 servicemen were exposed just from that. And then you keep in mind that they were burning the oil wells the whole time. And that's, what does that make? Dioxin. So they're all just getting soaked in dioxin all day. You see in that movie Jarhead, Jake Gyllenhaal's covered in the oil and they're all like, yeah, fuck yeah, sip for fire, whatever those people say.
Yeah.
They're
it's like, no,
poisoned. They're
going to get
slowly
cancer.
being poisoned. Yeah. The other thing was they thought they were under constant fear of being hit by chemical weapons because George Bush had really pumped that up. This is OG Desert Storm for the Gen Z guys. This is the first one. This is you lived through part 2 maybe. So there were reports of like dead goats and livestock, and this stoked the fears among U.S. and Canadian and allied servicemen, we'll call them, that not only was nerve gas going to be used, but it was under current use. Like we're in nerve gas now. It could be drifting on to us now. 5 minutes from now, five minutes ago. We don't know. So they're anti-nerve gas pills. You can take them for like 3 days, and then you have to stop for a day, and then you can start back again. And there's a very specific dose because this isn't like a multivitamin. It's to keep nerve gas from killing you. So if it has some other side effects, that's okay because nerve gas was the alternative. Yeah. Well, these guys are so afraid they're taking them constantly, overdosing constantly, and it was a common thing. Not just Ted and Jim, the whole unit everywhere where they're like, guys, it's coming. Look at the goats. They're all dead when, I don't know, maybe the goats just got shot or didn't get fed for a while or whatever. Meanwhile, they're all like poisoning themselves with that. Nobody knows what causes Gulf War syndrome.
Yeah, well, it's got to be one of those things. Well, probably all those things, right?
I saw that the side effects of overdosing on the anti-nerve agent is pretty much analogous to Gulf War syndrome. So you might nail that down. But then again, there's the burn pits where they were burning all sorts of like nasty, hazardous things. And then the ammunition as well. In those friendly fire incidents, you got to keep in mind if like a Bradley opened up on, I don't know, a Canadian tank or whatever happened, that shit happened occasionally. The ammo that's splattering, it's depleted uranium too. like we spare no expense. We're so far ahead of the whole, defense budget spending thing. We shoot bullets that the other countries can't afford. Like they wouldn't know what to do with them in some situations, right? Like even those things, that rocket artillery that we're giving Ukraine, it's like $75,000 a shot. Each shell, boom, boom, boom. Because they hit within 3 meters of whatever the fuck they want, like 20 kilometers away or something. And it's not just one big boom. Oh, we made a big hole in the ground and killed anything near it. It like air bursts with like tungsten carbide projectiles that are all like shotgun pellets, but they're moving so fast, Taylor.
Not that's like mean-spirited.
Not like a gun. Like they're moving hyper speeds. So they're cutting through
not
tanks.
Slow like a gun.
No, I mean exactly. We're talking about maybe
right,
10,000 feet per second, maybe 20,000 feet per second. I don't know. Like we're bordering upon turning into
Science
pure
gone too
energy.
far.